Joss is boss! Welcome to Let's Talk Nerdy!
Avengers?
It's over 9,000!
Use the Force, Luke.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
I think you're the only one excited about that.
Well, fuck you very much. Joss Whedon is coming to the DC Cinematic Universe. And finally, there's hope for the shit show.
When was the last time we really introduced ourselves in this?
I don't know. It's been a long time.
I'm the DC nerd, Damon.
And I'm the Marvel aficionado, Nick.
Well, welcome back. Our last podcast was about Logan, Beauty and the Beast. I think there was one more in there.
I think there was. What was it?
Something apparently unimportant.
Exactly. So whatever it was, man.
Well, we'll start off with your news.
Joss Whedon is coming to the DC Universe! Whoop whoop! Driving forth behind the Avengers, man. Made the Marvel Universe what it is today, and is now going to
He was the leading man.
Absolutely. And is now going to scoop the DCEU out of obscurity and into something decent.
And in an actual perfect category for him, too. They announced the Batgirl movie with Joss directing.
I'm glaring at him right now. You do not fuck up this man's name. He is a shiny golden god.
Yeah. He's kind of I don't know what made him want to do a Batgirl movie, but I'm trying to think of something.
I'll tell you what it is. The DC Universe is in complete free fall, and they're just like, somebody save us. And they're like, they're going to the guy they know who can do the job and probably told him he can make his movie, whatever.
I would have rather have him do the Justice League movie.
Oh, so would I, and I bet you that's coming.
He can do pairings, and apparently Snyder can't, so...
Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to let him take on Batgirl, see how he does, which he's going to do phenomenal. It's Joss Whedon. So what's probably going to happen here is they're going to probably let him take over the big ones after this, I bet.
When this movie gets made, it might be a while.
Oh, they'll fast track this bitch.
Yeah.
Does it seem like DC is trying to take their time and do anything that way?
Let's ask Batman.
Oh, God. That was the other one we were talking about, the train wreck that was Batman.
Yep, Matt Reeves rewriting the entire script because apparently he didn't like the last one.
And Ben Affleck wanting out. That was it. Here's what I bet you's going to happen. I bet you they're going to fucking let Batman get out of the thing and have Batgirl take his spot.
No, I don't think they will want to drop Ben Affleck. He's like the big
Oh, they're
money.
not going to want to drop Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck's going to want to run for the fucking door.
I feel like if they offer him enough money, he'll probably stay. Or, an actual good direction.
Or a good movie to
where
be
they
in.
actually listen to him. Because he's been fighting for this movie for a good while. He was the one that was leading behind the script with him and Jeff Johns. Mm-hmm. And Matt Reeves is just like, nope.
Matt Reeves is
Warner Brothers was nope.
So, it would have been cool to see what Matt Reeves would have done with it. I do like him as a director. It would have been entertaining to see what he does. But
it would have been interesting. Or would be interesting. Who knows? I'm not foreshadowing anything
yet. Whatever is going
yet.
to happen with that.
I'm not foreshadowing anything.
But all I'm saying is, for me, finally, there's a bright spot on the horizon that is the DC Cinematic Universe.
And word is the Batgirl they're going with is going to be one of the older adaptions.
Oh, I heard they were trying to do New 52.
I heard older, but...
Weird.
I don't know, maybe I didn't fully read the article.
Either way, it'll still be Barbara Gordon, so...
Good.
Whichever interpretation of Barbara Gordon they're
wheelchair
going
or not, I mean...
Well, obviously if they're going Batgirl, she ain't in a wheelchair yet.
Well, Lazarus Pit then, got it.
Oh, God. I hope they don't start us out with,
At the end of the movie, just gets shot.
That'd be depressing. But it is...
Well, did it with Superman.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Let's kill him off. Second movie out of the gate.
I hit a roast.
Yes, you did. Like I said, man, I was just getting to the points where I was starting to hope for this thing. But while we're on the topic of DC, let's stay in the DC realm right now and round it out. The Justice League trailer just dropped. The second Justice League trailer dropped over the week here.
It has that feeling of first trailer drop where it looks good so far. Mm-hmm. But how long did it take for Batman vs. Superman to fuck up? Third trailer?
2 or 3.
I think it was the third trailer when they showed off.
Doomsday.
Out of nowhere, it's like, oh, by the way, these two aren't going to be fighting each other throughout the entire movie.
Oh, exactly. Surprise! It's a Doomsday film.
So they have yet to show off Superman, which is good. I hope they don't. I hope they don't.
They're going to need to eventually.
No, I don't want them to. Don't ruin the spoiler of when he's going to get revived or how.
We know he's coming back. At this point, it's not a spoiler. He's posed for promotional stills.
In all honesty, I kind of am rooting for the whole, he might be the villain. Go black Superman.
I doubt it. Even when he was wearing the black stuff, he wasn't the villain. That was just him, grungy in the 90s. Yeah. So, they gave him a mullet.
Ah, yes, the mullet.
Mullet Superman. He's got to rock the mullet at least a little bit. Because that was actually entertaining.
Okay.
But apart from that, I mean, DC, they look... A lot of people, I have more positive things to say than negative things about the new trailer, but they have no direction. They don't know what the hell they're doing. To be coming off of Batman, Superman as super dark as they are, and now they're trying to quip every 5 seconds. It's so hilariously transparent that they were like, oh fuck, we have nothing. Copy Marvel now.
I don't really think they're going that direction from what I saw.
What's your superpower again? I'm rich.
Come on, that's just a classic Batman.
It's on him.
Bruce Wayne actually said that once in the comics.
Yes, I know, but come on. Where the fucking Aquaman slaps that guy on the table, drinks a drink, it's on him, walks out of there. I mean, this thing was full of quips the entire way through.
It was. I think they're trying to lighten up the mood.
Like a bat. I get it. Might be temporary.
They're just trying to lighten up the mood, show off some funny scenes. The movie.
I'm not saying that that's a bad direction. I'm not saying it's a bad direction, but you got to admit, you have to admit they're copying Marvel, man.
I wouldn't exactly go with copying. I'm just saying they're like, people don't want dark. We're not going to give them dark. Have the entire trailer just be one-liners.
That's the way to do it.
Just be all one-liners.
I'll have what she's having.
But let's talk about the people we saw in that trailer. What did you think of Cyborg?
He's the one they keep showcasing the very least.
I heard that he, from what I read online, and I will say they're stealing from Marvel a little, he's going to be the Hawkeye.
That's kind of what it seems like.
They said he's going to be the heart of the group. Which is what Cyborg never really was, though. He wasn't the heart of the group. He was just, hey, my computer's dying. Can you go,
Oh my god.
fix it?
They're making him have the heart. They're making the Tin Man have the heart. I'd just like to point that out.
Yeah.
If I only had a heart. Isn't it the very mantra of the DC universe right now? If I only had a heart. they can find some somewhere. That'd be great.
From what I'm hearing, he's going to basically be a Hawkeye. He's going to be... He's there. He just, he's there.
The nicest thing to say about Hawkeye. He's there. He's contributing.
I was never a big Cyborg fan, though. I mean, he had some cool stuff and all. Like, the most I really saw of him was Teen Titans.
Yeah, look, I think given the chance, Cyborg will do well here. Especially since they got... I think the mother boxes are going to play a big role in this thing, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, he'll have enough to do with that technology side of the thing and all that.
And Batman would be there, like, just waving his bat gun around. He's like, hey, Batman, you doing something? I am.
Oh, God.
He's just waving the gun around.
But, yeah, that'll be about it.
Just like the entire Doomsday fight, he's just there.
Yeah, he's the one I'm most worried about actually succeeding. And that's saying something in the thing that has Aquaman in it.
Aquaman, I say, looks the most badass so far.
He does, but it feels like such an oxymoron, doesn't it?
Why?
Badass Aquaman?
He's always been badass, except for the 60s.
Super Friends!
Yeah. That in other...
Didn't he used to ride around on a giant seahorse?
That was the 60s.
I love that one, man.
But
don't change it. That's the one we want on. That's the one we want on the big screen.
No,
DC.
people always irritate me when it comes to Aquaman. Outside of the 60s, he was always a badass. Like, he was a god at one point. He really, literally was a god at one point.
I know, but when you think Aquaman, you don't think
you
badass.
go back to Super Friends.
They did such a good job cementing that it's Aquaman.
Aquaman and friends. But no, like...
Seaman and his sidekick Swallow.
He was a badass. There was this point where he didn't have a hand. He had this ability where he can shapeshift water into different weapons and everything. He was stabbing people, fucking killing and all that shit.
Well, there you go. He'll fit in just fine in the Snyderverse. Just murdering away.
Just let go of the 60s, guys. Batman did.
Oh, no, and Batman was best in the 60s. Adam West. Come on, that's just good stuff.
I do enjoy that show a little. I do enjoy it.
But,
if you get too depressed from his current stuff, just go back to the 60s once and to lighten yourself up.
It is fantastic. The era of shark repellent.
Like, I just recently re-picked up the Michael Keaton Batman films. I've been meaning to rewatch them because, to me, those is definitely one of the best of the Batman movies.
Oh, yeah, those are great. Those are great films.
Michael Keaton. I love him. And that kind of shapeshifts into our next topic. Michael Keaton was showed off in the latest Spider-Man trailer.
Oh, right. God, I'm excited for that. I love Spider-Man. It's going to be great. It's fun to see the Vulture finally on the big screen.
And I love that Michael Keaton's playing him.
Yeah, the guy who played Birdman recently is now Vulture.
And Batman.
Oh, I know. It's just the fact that he literally played in Birdman.
I have yet to see
is
that.
hilarious.
I haven't seen that movie.
You are dead to me. That is one of my favorite films of all time.
I've never had the opportunity to watch it.
Well, we're changing that, and you're watching goddamn Birdman.
We can do a movie night. I'll be up for seeing it.
Absolutely. Birdman is happening. We'll do an Inarritu movie night, man. That director's fantastic. That did The Revenant, which, got Leo his Oscar. That
bear deserved it.
That bear did deserve it. The bear got robbed.
But Spider-Man.
I think you are right. They did give too much away.
They revealed quite a lot, and I love how when DC did it, they were torn apart. But when Marvel does it, no one really bats an eye, really.
Well, only because people trust Marvel. They at this point, Marvel's earned the trust.
And to be fair, it's like Batman vs Superman spoiled a lot more in that trailer, but
if somebody were to take you right now, a gun to your head, and ask, what is Spider-Man Homecoming about, you'd still not really be able to answer that question.
It's about this guy who's trying to find his place and try to be a part of the bigger picture.
And that's all you get from even the last trailer, too. So.
And Iron Man doesn't want him to, from what we saw in the trailer. Iron Man's there keeping an eye on him, making sure he doesn't do anything crazy.
Yeah, which is basically Spider-Man's role in the the Ultimate Comics series of Spider-Man.
I figured they seem to be going Ultimate more in this one.
Which I love. I love Ultimate.
Which means someone might die off soon.
Well, it's entirely possible because that brings us to the more depressing Spider-Man news. You heard Sony's trying to pull the rights back.
I heard they're trying to back out, which
the dumbest move Sony can do. For the first time, people are really excited about this shit again. And they
probably saw the reactions to the trailer and people love this. We can do this. We can do this without Disney.
That's the dumbest move they could possibly make.
If they stay with Disney, Sony will make more money off the Spider-Man franchise than they did all their other franchises combined.
Here's what Sony's thinking, though, more than anything else. They want to branch off with more characters than Spider-Man. They want to branch off with everyone they own. They want a Sinister Six film in the style of Suicide Squad.
I heard there's a Venom film.
They're already trying to fast-track a Venom movie. They want to do a Silver Sable film and a Black Cat movie.
I've heard about the Black Cat one. I didn't hear about the other one.
Which would all be cool, but look, stay under the Disney umbrella. There's no reason that they can't make those movies and still keep Spider-Man under the umbrella. I don't think Disney's going to care. They're not going to begrudge him that. Because all of those films are basically, they're very low-key characters.
Disney's doing fine. It's doing fine on money. I don't think they will care if Sony wants to branch off a little and do some other stuff, but as long as they keep...
Hell, they'd probably have their blessing. They'd probably be like, you want a freaking Captain America cameo in Venom? By all means, use it.
Or
have a Stark Tech building in the background. Go crazy. I don't think they'd care so long as they get to keep Spider-Man playing around and happy in the universe. By all means, make Venom movies.
I think Sony's just getting greedy now.
They really are. It's a stupid move. They couldn't be shooting themselves in the foot anymore if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Because right now, Sony and the Spider-Man property are sitting on a high pedestal because they decided to work together. Right now, people have never viewed Sony and this move higher than this because they want these guys to work together and make a good film. And it looks like they've done that. So, yeah, it's insane.
Spider-Man's going to be in Infinity War, right?
Yeah, that's already decided. He's going to be in Infinity War, and they already have him for one more sequel.
I wonder which one now it's going to be.
They have him for it's Homecoming, or whatever Spider-Man Homecoming 2 is going to be. The sequel to that. They have that.
Well, hopefully Sony, talks to Disney, and Disney, I don't know, raise the money a little or something.
I don't think that's going to happen. What I think is going to happen is I think once Sony sees the box office they're going to get from working with Disney, they're going to stick with it.
Hopefully. Well, when does Spider-Man come out, though?
I want to say July.
That sounds right. I think it was 7/7. Yeah. Okay, so July 7th, then, is Spider-Man Homecoming. There probably could be a few more trailers after that. Hopefully not as revealing.
One more, I'll bet.
Not as revealing as the last one.
But pretty soon Marvel's going to be focusing all of their advertising efforts into Guardians, since that's coming out real soon now.
That comes out in May, right?
I think so, yeah. I think we're a month out.
Shit, man. Right before Wonder Woman comes out in June. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to get...
It's going to be a fun summer.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man in July. And is there another superhero movie coming out this year that I'm forgetting?
Probably.
I don't think we have another... I can't think of one right now.
No, I think
after that we go into Star Wars then.
Yeah. If we don't have a trailer for the new Star Wars soon, I'm starting to worry about that thing, actually.
I think they're waiting for... is Comic-Con coming up soon?
End of the summer.
Oh, never mind then. They'll probably have some conference coming up soon.
And they missed their opportunity with D23 because that was a little bit ago. It was Disney's
big
press conference.
Yeah.
But I think Disney's right now trying to do their big push with Pirates of the Caribbean. Which, by the by, they got an early screening, and since the embargo's still on it, people can't review it, but they were able to do their basic impressions.
Oh, yeah?
And from what it sounds like, it sounds really good. People were comparing it to the first one.
I am quite excited for Pirates of the Caribbean. I am a big fan of the franchise, and I never get tired of seeing Johnny Depp play Jack Sparrow.
I'm right there with you. I know a lot of people are done with the Pirates franchise, and I can't blame them. At some point, it feels a little fatiguing, but I like them, and I know you do too. So yeah,
there's a lot of franchises people are getting sick and tired of, like Fast and the Furious. I'm one of them. I'm sick of it. End it.
Why is that still a thing?
It's a thing because Paul Walker passed and Vin Diesel wants money.
Yeah, basically. You know what? Nail on the head. So, never mind. We answered our own question, Internet. But,
anyway, is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Not especially. Actually, you know what? There is one thing I want to talk about, and I know you're not caught up, so I can't talk about it too much. But...
I really don't care. I'm just going to be a while until I see it.
Okay. Flash did a musical episode, and I've seen some of
the clips.
I nerd out about that kind of stuff. I love musicals. I'm going to throw that right out there. It was great. It was well done. It had some of the same music writers as La La Land, I heard. So yeah.
Oh, really?
It was a good episode. It was fun. So if you haven't seen it, see it. Also, on another side note for television, just because I'm going to geek out, throw that thing great out there, just so people know to watch them. Legion. If you haven't watched Legion or haven't started Legion, watch it. It is the best thing to come out of the X-Men franchise, including Logan.
I've heard good things about Legion so far, and I haven't seen it because, I suck at keeping up with some TV shows. I've been gaming a lot, guys. That's been my priorities. And I've been working a lot. But I heard Legion has been really good. I heard they mentioned something about the guy's father in an episode. So
I don't want to give any spoilers out on here, but it has been incredible. So it's unlike any other superhero thing on television. It has its own feel. It's very weird, very psychedelic. The whole way.
Is it going at a good pace?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I know a couple people might argue it's going a little slow, but I think it's perfectly
People
paced.
just use that word so often in movies and TV shows. It was at a slow pace. Define slow.
The thing is, I think it has enough action in each episode to, keep itself going. And for Legion, it's all basically psychological anyway, which is where it needs to exist, and it's in its wheelhouse, and it works that way. But
I get it. I get it.
But yeah, anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, remember from the last episode, I was really excited for something.
Oh, yeah.
I know you've been playing it. Ron played it. I played it. Mass Effect Andromeda came out. I was super, super excited about this game. I pre-ordered it digitally, had it downloaded while I was at work. I came home, I played it. The first couple hours are good. And now it's just kind of dying on me a little.
I've enjoyed it so far. I haven't had a chance to play it as much probably as you have, but I have enjoyed what I've played.
I want to say I got a good 30 hours in the game right now.
Yeah, that's definitely more than I got.
Yeah, because where was I? The last main story I did was I was on Harval, working with the Angaras, trying to find their scientists. And now I'm on this other Angara planet helping the Resistance. And it's just... The story itself is good. It's outside of the story that it's just boring me.
I haven't had any issues with the side quests. I have enjoyed a lot of the side quests. I know a lot of people say they're repetitive.
How many planets have you been on?
Quite a few.
Yeah, see, there's like this... the last 2 planets I've been on have been basically all side quest planets. Mm. Like, no really any story there. And I don't know what it is. As I mentioned it to some other people, I feel like it has the Mass Effect 1 syndrome. The story is good. Outside of it, it just gets a little repetitive and boring. Point A to point B side quest. Nothing else in between, really.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's just... And they changed up the mechanics so much of it. Like, I miss my power wheel. I miss telling what my people can do. Like, hey, Liara, use this. Or, hey, Miranda, use this. Tali, use this. Why am I only mentioning girl characters?
No, I like the new setup, to be honest. I think it works a little nicer.
The way I described it to some people is it's third-person Halo.
Yeah.
That's what it is to me right now.
That's fair.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just going off from replaying the Mass Effect trilogy and then going to this. It's just I don't know.
The only thing that I wish they would have improved is some of the facial animations. Some of them get pretty damn derpy.
I'm playing as the female character, female writer.
Yep. And they get
can't say
dirty.
femme writer. Doesn't work as well as femme shop.
Yeah, exactly.
But you playing as female?
Yeah.
Yeah, she smiles a lot.
It's really weird. It's a fucked up smile.
Even like there's sad moments and everything, it still seems like there's a smile there.
It's definitely derpy. I hope they fix it. I mean, I know they're releasing some kind of patch.
They're going to do an animation patch from what I heard, but that wasn't their top of their priorities. I don't know what the day one patch was, but it wasn't for that.
Yeah, no. There were some animation glitches that were pretty bad.
I haven't really ran into any so far.
Like, well, no, I haven't either, but that's what the day one patch fixed. Like, some of the, you ever see the one where the people are walking like crabs?
Yeah. Over? I've seen some videos of that. It's like, she really needs to go to the bathroom, and she's like huddled up, running around.
But yeah, there were a couple of those that got worked out, but primarily it's been fun. I've enjoyed it so far.
Did you customize her?
Yeah.
I didn't. I went with default.
No, I always customize.
I always went with default. I don't know why. I feel like since I'm not... The character talks and has their own personality, even if you make decisions, it's still not me, so I don't customize it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
If it was Skyrim, I would have customized it. If it was something else, I would have customized. But Mass Effect, I stick to it.
God, I love Skyrim. It's such a good game.
Never played it.
You need to do that.
I played maybe like 4 hours of the game, and that was it.
Play it for the PC. If you're going to play it on the PC. There's just so many fun options for that.
At the moment, I'm giving Mass Effect maybe it's just a solid 8. Mass Effect Andromeda, solid 8. It's good, but it has a lot of stuff that's not keeping me into it. It does not live up to the original trilogy.
No, but they're trying something new. I give them points for trying something new.
Everyone told me it was going to happen. I was so hyped up for the game.
That it was going to be a letdown.
And it's kind of let me down a little.
I went in expecting exactly what I got. And I guess that's why I'm more content with it.
I'll continue it at some point, but at the moment I kind of put it to the side because I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn right now.
You know what I figured I'd get? I figured I would get Dragon Age Inquisition in space. And that's what I got.
I can agree with that. That's definitely what it is, because there's a lot of the other party members I just don't like.
Yeah.
At the moment, I was so disappointed I couldn't romance Kara. I really wanted to romance her. She's a male character only romance.
Yeah,
So I'm
but
going
then-
with PB.
But there's also the pilot, though, that you could romance, though.
I don't like her.
Fiery redhead Irish chick?
No, talk to her. You'll see why I don't like her.
No, I've been ignoring her. I probably should talk to her.
Yeah, talk to her and you'll see why I don't like her. But I'm going after PB.
Yeah.
She's, blue chick. Kind of good Star Trek this up now.
Yeah, all right, yeah, blue chick favorite. I like it.
No, she's like my favorite person in the game right now. She's just hilarious. Taking her around on planets, she'll be talking to other party members because that's that Dragon Age thing where he's talking to each other. The conversations with her is so hilarious.
They're usually pretty good. What's the other thing we could talk about? You know, last thing I can think to talk about here is the fact that they are possibly rebooting The Matrix.
They did announce a Matrix reboot.
But no, they never said reboot. The press ran with reboot.
I've only heard reboot. I haven't read any.
Yeah, they're doing something with The Matrix. Whether that's going to be... it won't have the original cast, but whether they're going to continue off from where they were or...
You know what I could
prequels.
see working for Matrix?
Young Morpheus.
That...
Yeah, Young Morpheus.
That would be pretty cool. TV series. I feel like that is a series that would work in a TV form.
You know, I never thought about that, but that actually is brilliant.
Yeah, because I heard the Matrix games were really fun. I never played any.
Yeah.
And just being longer than a normal movie, just TV series it up, mini series it up, something. Just
that's fair. I would not have thought to do that, but yeah, that would work.
I can definitely see that working. And it also depends, if it's a reboot, are we going to get the one?
I think that's an entirely bad idea. I don't... The Matrix is so iconic, I don't think you should touch that particular version, especially this soon.
Just do a completely different story in the Matrix?
Absolutely.
Because there could have been more people than just...
Oh, there's so many more characters.
Than the one.
Exactly,
Neo.
exactly. And I think first of all, a young Morpheus movie taking place in the Matrix, but like in the Matrix in like the 70s, how cool would that be?
That would be pretty cool. Like, they could have some little throws, like the girl in the red dress or something.
Absolutely! That would be freaking awesome, and it would be like an older version of The Matrix, you know? So there could be like weird glitches and stuff like that. Things that just don't feel exactly right, you know?
Yeah, and he starts catching on a little.
Oh, maybe you can make the story about like young Morpheus trying to like unplug Baby Trinity. That'd be freaking awesome.
I could get behind it. I could get behind that. It would definitely be something I would get behind. But so far, we haven't heard anything, what it's going to be about. All the reports is just Matrix reboot planned. That's all that's going around.
Whatever ends up happening with that, they probably have my money. But look, I want the Wachowskis involved in some form. And I know they've been kind of on what some people would consider a losing streak. But I still enjoy their work. Regardless of what it is, they bring something fresh to the table every time. Whether or not you like what they're bringing to the table, it's at least new.
You know who I would cast in this Matrix movie? Zachary Levi.
I could see it, not as a lead, but
not as like, you know, the big main guy, but
the one who they're thinking about doing that is Michael B. Jordan, actually.
Man, that guy's getting around.
He deserves to. He's a freaking good actor. I like seeing him in all this shit. So
he's been getting around. He's going to be one of those big movie stars that are going to be in everything.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, he's just got to shake off Fantastic Four, and he'll be just fine. God, that was bad.
But
not his fault. But that was.
Speaking of Fantastic Four, I saw a movie in theaters from someone that did Fantastic Four. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, they were behind that?
Yeah. The guy who did Fantastic Four was the one that did Power Rangers. Right. You can definitely see the similarities. Like, you can see what he originally wanted. It shows what he originally wanted, basically.
So you said you liked Power Rangers.
I did. I went in expecting it to be a total bomb. Like, it's just a bomb of a film. I was not expecting to be... I had my expectations low. And I left that theater Literally, my first words was, "Is it bad that I love this movie?"
That's great, though. I really want to.
I think this is something I need to do now when I'm going to see movies. I just have to have low expectations.
Right? Just go in expecting just bottom of the barrel. That's what I'm doing for the DC movies. So if I'm happily
No, the pace of the film. A lot of people said the pace of the film dragged on. I thought it was the perfect pace.
The only spoiler I've heard, and one that you confirmed, is that the fact that the actual Power Rangers part of the film is like in the last 15
they're at the end.
The
whole movie is basically, these are troubled teens who...
I believe what you mean is teenagers with attitude.
They were teenagers with attitudes. The movie basically takes place, they meet in detention. And,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
They Breakfast Club it?
Somewhat.
That's
but
hilarious.
basically, as Ron mentioned one point, like instead of them meeting up in martial arts class in the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, they meet up in detention.
Do they say it's Morphin time? Tell me they say it's Morphin time.
Once. They say it once, and it wasn't even them.
Oh.
Actually, no, yes it was. It was the Red Ranger, yeah.
Good, somebody needs to say that. Tell me they held their little stones towards the screen.
No.
Oh.
I was so disappointed too. I wanted them to do it so badly. But no.
How are the Megazords? They look as corny as I thought they might.
They look better.
Really?
They look badass. Like the whole movie is this is not a kids movie, people. Not a kids movie. There were a couple of kids in the theater with me. They did not like the movie. They barely paid attention.
So this is made for nostalgic fans, huh?
Basically, this is for those who grew up watching Power Rangers, and they were like, there's people who are going to want to see this movie. They're those who watched it in the 90s and stuff.
They're banking on nostalgia.
Oh my god, hardcore nostalgia. But there is death, there is cursing, it is just badass. And Rita Repulsa is what stole the show for me. Elizabeth Banks was perfect.
Elizabeth Banks is perfect.
Yes, she is. And she loves her Krispy Kreme.
Oh, God. Yeah, that was the other thing I heard.
Yeah, Krispy Kreme had a huge...
I heard they brought up place the whole thing.
They
man.
fight for the Krispy Kreme.
You're kidding me.
There is something... Rita Repulsa is trying to find an artifact that she needs to get her power and to build something.
If it's a goddamn Krispy Kreme donut, I swear to God.
And Billy, the Blue Ranger, ends up learning the location of where it is underneath the location of Krispy Kreme.
Oh my God!
It's funny too because when she's interrogating him, it's like, I forgot what they was called, but where is the artifact? Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme? Is this an important location to you people? And of course, someone in the group had a little smart ass. It's like, it's pretty important.
Oh God. Oh, man.
It's funny too because during the massive fight and everything, she's in there while their Zords are fighting some giant robot, and she's in there. Instead of looking for the artifact, she walks up, grabs a cup of coffee and a donut, leans against the counter, and just starts eating and drinking the coffee.
Oh my God! They full on put an ad in the damn
It was
thing.
basically a full-on ad.
Know what? Screw it. Game on. Whatever.
It's basically they knew what was going to happen, and they went with it.
Whatever. Can't judge it.
It's a Power Rangers. You gotta have some corniness in it.
I'm in. I'll see it at some point.
Basically, all the corniness comes from Billy and Alpha 5. Everyone else is all serious.
I'll see it. It looks fun. It looks fun. They're getting a sequel already. It's already been greenlit. So
Yeah, they want to do 6 actually.
wow.
Apparently, their plan is to do 6 films. They're gonna go with this whole arc. Apparently, it's gonna be an arc thing.
Where do you go from Rita though? I think. Who's their big bad? No, it's Zed?
Lord Zed. Zed, if I remember correctly.
I know they already kind of... I guess this film ruined Goldar from what I hear, though. That's the only
I
thing
liked
they
it.
kinda threw out.
I thought it was good.
Wasn't he just a big blob of gold in this thing, basically?
Yeah, it was a monster she can summon.
Yeah, but Goldar was supposed to be like this big half-ape man...
Who
thing,
had
right?
gold.
Yeah, but now he's just a big gold pile.
Like I said, this is a completely different take on the Power Rangers.
I'll see it. All I'm saying is from the trailer, I wasn't impressed. But from what I keep hearing from everybody, it's fucking amazing. So.
Every person I've spoken to, when they saw Power Rangers, they went in with low expectations and they walked out like this was a good film.
I look forward to seeing it.
It's a great take on the Power Rangers. They changed. My favorite thing was the Power Rangers were all kind of boring. Like, the characters didn't really have backgrounds or personalities. It's like, yeah, we're gonna fight these guys, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They gave people backstories. They made you actually bond with the characters and everything, and I really like that.
See, that's good. That's important. I like that they've actually took the characters seriously to do that.
And who plays the Pink Ranger, she was like one of my all favorites. Like, she was great. She had the most background personality out of everyone. Kimberly.
Game on. I'll see it, man.
There are cameos. I'm not going to tell you when or where, but there are 2 cameos. Apparently, their original cameos got cut. They were supposed to have a bigger part. They were supposed to be in the Krispy Kreme, apparently.
Oh, God.
But they ended up getting cut and they ended up getting moved to a different scene.
Oh, wow.
But the film looked great. The costumes, it took me a while to get used to the new look of it, but it worked.
Would you compare it to like a Transformers, or are we on a better level than a Transformers movie?
Better than anything Michael Bay can make.
Oh, good. All right, good. Better than the Turtles.
The best way to
do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles recently. Is it better than that?
I have never seen those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I want to know what level of movie I'm getting into here.
I give this movie a solid 8.5.
Wow.
I give it an 8.5.
Fine.
This is the way I can describe this movie. It is an Marvel Origins film. Shit. That is basically how you look at this movie. You don't get the Power Rangers until the end. You didn't get Iron Man until the end. You didn't get Thor until the end. No,
it's pretty high praise. I'm in.
It is an Origins film, and I hope they continue at this pace. I hope they don't kidderize it. You know, keep the theme you have.
They'll probably stick with it.
Yeah, I think it worked for them. I was quite happy. Rita Repulsa stole the film for me.
You know who they should have in the sequel? Ivan Ooze.
Oh, God. Ivan Ooze. You know, if it doesn't look as bad as the X-Men's version.
It's fair.
I will be
with X-Men stole Ivan Ooze.
Nah, I like the way I like the way they changed Rita Repulsa's history. So if they do it with Ivan Ooze, I'll be happy.
I just hope they don't do Ivan Ooze.
And by the way, Bryan Cranston, awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah. He had more than just the floating head thing in the movie.
That's good. I want to see it.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to give spoilers.
I'm trying my best not to give any spoilers because there is a huge spoiler that got ruined for me before I saw the movie. And I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I was like, oh, I hope this is probably not true. Mm-hmm. It was literally in the first 5 minutes of the film.
Oh. Well,
so, I'm not going to say what it was, but they did something, and I like what they did. So, Power Rangers, 8.5. I hope to keep it up.
Game on. All right.
Do we have anything else to add, really?
I think I've run dry here, man. You?
Well, we're not done for the night, but we're done for this podcast, though.
Want to tell them what we're doing?
We're going to go play a little game called Resident Evil.
Yeah!
You'll be seeing it in, I don't know how long it'll be in internet time.
Yeah, we don't know when we're posting, but it'll be soon. Resident Evil 7.
Bye.
Bye!
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.